Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we're on the LIGHTBEARER account, so we're going to go ahead and do our summons, hopefully get some campaign progression, as well as maybe getting somebody up. So we'll start with our card that we got out of the Voyage of Wonder event. So we'll summon up the Lightbringer. Hopefully we get a good hero we can use, which copy of Rosaline, very, very solid. I do have quite a few copies of her, which we get Sophia out of our Elite Soulstone. So let's see, and a Kelthar. So no help for the Lightbearer team there. We'll go ahead and use our rare stones so we can get a little bit more fodder there. Go ahead and do our ascensions, which looks like we're getting Kelthar up, which would be awesome for the faction towers. I've been pushing the faction towers a lot on these accounts. So let's go ahead and do our faction scroll first, and we'll go ahead and turn them all over. You're welcome, Javid. I know he always watches my videos and he hates when I just let the cards turn themselves. So we'll go ahead and turn them all over. No help at all from 20 of the summon scrolls. Companion scrolls, hopefully we can pull an elite, which we don't there either. But this Lightbearer team, as you can see, they have a ton of diamonds. We've been collecting them up, and we pushed through two chapters, I think, to get a lot of those. And they've been pushing the tower. They were the first team to actually hit the faction towers, so they've been through a lot. And there's our first elite, which is copy of Brutus. Not too bad. Definitely going to help for the faction towers, like I was saying. They've gotten a ton of gems through the faction towers and gotten a bunch of rare cards through the faction towers, which is nice. I know here we're only focusing on the light bearers, but being able to push the towers a little bit further does make a big difference in the rewards and the loot that you get. So we'll continue our gems, hopefully, which we get another elite there. Hopefully it's a light bearer. All right, a copy of Hogan. Not too bad. We definitely need that fodder. And another one who is copy of Lucius. Very nice. Seems like Lilith is loving the light bearers today, which is normal. It seems like I've done the best summons ever on the Lightbearer account. And here we are going to be getting a ton of emblems. So we get another copy of Lucius. I think I need one more Elite Plus to get him to Ascended. So another Elite, which is a copy of Leica. Okay, so we do have one card on the table there. So we'll go ahead and pick up another Lightbearer. Hopefully it's another copy of Lucius. We get a Rosaline, so that's double Rosaline. Wow. Really excited to get a couple copies of Rosaline. That is very, very cool. We'll check the barracks, which were just under enough to get another Elite Stone, but let's go ahead and we'll get a copy of Rosaline up, and let's see who we can get up. Like I've said in some of the other videos, now with the off actions, we do want to go ahead and get heroes up just because we're getting more items for the Elder Tree, so we can actually level up the tree itself. Not the role specific, but the tree itself. So we'll go ahead. We did pull a copy of Hogan. So we'll go ahead and get one more copy of him so we can have another Elite Plus. Not sure exactly what direction that we're going on this account. Just because we do have quite a few heroes. This is the first hero, or the first faction account to get Ascended Belinda. So now we have Ascended Belinda combined with Mythic Lucius. So I do have 3 elite copies of Rosaline, which was the one that I just pulled. So I'm thinking we might go ahead and use one of those just for the fact that she is already Mythic Plus. So Mythic Plus to, or not Mythic Plus, excuse me, Legendary Plus to Mythic only requires a Legendary Plus hero, and then Mythic to Mythic Plus only requires a Legendary Plus hero. So essentially, since she's already at the Legendary Plus status, we only need 2 Legendary Plus heroes to get her to Mythic Plus, and then 2 Elite copies to get her to Ascended. So what I'm really trying to focus on this account is getting 5 heroes, 5 of the core heroes to the team to Ascended versus adding stars. So let me go ahead and look this over. We'll decide which way we're kind of going to go, if we're going with Rosaline, if we're going with another hero, but we'll take a look. Okay, so looking at it, Stargazer, I'm actually going to go for a copy of Rowan. Rowan is a super strong support hero, which on this team I did the Elder Tree for support. So we'll go ahead and pull it, and we should be guaranteed a Rowan because it's our first ever pull. And there he is, very first card. We do get a Rowan. All right, so with that, let's look at the Temple of Ascension. So that'll give us the second copy we need to get Rowan up. So that'll give us our Elite Plus, which I've been running him Elite Plus in this team, as you've seen from the other videos. So a copy of him with our copy that we got of Hogan and the spare copy we have of Rosaline. And like I said, the reason I'm using Rosaline is I'm keeping the 2 Elite Plus copies that I have there so I can get her to Ascended. It'll pop up with a little warning. So we do still have the 2 copies for Ascended, but that gets him to Legendary. And the one that we just pulled out of the Stargazer brings him to Legendary Plus. So super, super solid hero. He's probably one of the best support heroes in the game, if not the best support. And his signature item just makes him that much stronger. So very excited to get him up. So let's go ahead and get ready for the campaign push. I don't think there's anyone else that I can get any higher. And one thing on this account is I haven't got everyone past 161 yet. They're stuck at 160 because I need one more mythic. So let's go ahead and get Belinda up with her. I believe her signature item, we should have enough. Which I believe we do have enough. So we will get her very first faction account to have a signature item, level 20. So there it goes to her red staff, which is super strong. I love the skill that it unlocks. The red faction scroll, or the red emblems that we have there, were from the Ice Chimera event with opening the keys. This was the only team that got the 60 red chests. The Wilder team was going for them, didn't get them. The other 2 factions did not even get any of the chests close. So I believe that does, with the summons, gives us enough to get Lucius up as well, which is going to get his plus 10, so unlocking his item. So very excited, doing a lot of progression on the Lightbearer account today. So it gets him to plus 10. So now he'll be able to use the gold emblems where Belinda will be requiring all the red emblems, and we don't have anyone Mythic Plus. I do have a ton of regular Primordial emblems that I can't use yet. So let's go ahead and push the campaign. So we're in chapter 17. Hopefully we can make quite a bit of progression here. And I've been staying with kind of the similar team comp, which Hendrik seems to die pretty quick. Gorvo on the Wilders is pretty similar, seems to die pretty quick. So I'm not sure if it's just getting them up because he has 3 or 4 legendary gear. I know they're not specific gear, but Belinda does win that battle there, even though Hendrik died right off the bat. So ideally what we want to do with this comp, though, is Hendrik to push the top target back, which Estrilda just died right there. Hendrik to push the top target back, kind of putting them all together so Belinda can use her AoE ultimate and her AoE attack to go ahead and do damage to 3 targets instead of just hitting 1 target. But there's a couple heroes that he does not push back or won't push back. Like Estrilda, he doesn't push back. Naru, a lot of times he doesn't push back. I think it's just their ability or the stun. But as you can see, just getting the heroes all squared up or in a circle together so Belinda can just actually burn them down, which we've seen a lot of the Lightbearers. So even there, he pushes Golas back. As you can see, all 3 bottom targets are all together. And Golas is still pretty tough. And getting Rowan to Legendary Plus from Elite Plus makes a huge difference in his survivability. Not only does he have a ton more attack, a ton more hit points, the little potion, he just, most of the time when I fought Sylvana or anyone like that, he would just kill him. They would just kill Rowan right off the bat. And as you can see there, Hendrik pushed him right back and Belinda just burned him right down. So we're on 17-11. And again, stacked up all 3 heroes. So her AoE attack right there actually hit all 3 heroes. Then the alt hits the bottom 2 if their formation, if they're stacked up correctly, That's usually how it goes. So she gets 5 kills there. Which here, same with Hendrik. Hopefully he will push her right back. See that Anna, I think it's Anakira or Anakira. She's another hero that usually doesn't get pushed back. But Kasos and Vert both go down right there with her ult. And again, 5 kills. With her signature item as high as it is, she just absolutely will dominate the AoE. And all 3 of them stacked up. Her one AoE attack took them all to about 50%. So very excited with the synergy. If you just seen the Wilder video I did a little bit ago, the synergy just seems to be off. There's something not really working with the team, where this one, it seems like they're really playing off each other. Hendrik increases the survivability. All the tanks have to do really is hold the line until Belinda can get her ult off. And then it can kind of destroy it. And she does, has a ton more energy, or the energy regen, with Rosaline coming up to the top. And again, we just stack up the team right there. Once her ult goes off, destroys everybody else. So at this point, she is the solid carry. And Lucia's, same thing on the bottom, is the reason I have it set up is not only the knockback that Hendrik's doing, but also the survivability of Lucius on the bottom. To where if he can hold those targets where they're at, uh-oh, this doesn't look good. Okay, she took him out. It's going to be our first defeat. All right, we're going to go ahead and do that one more time, just because I know as we're getting a little bit further in the campaign, it might take more than one defeat or more than one RNG. And the reason that I swapped them around is, if you've seen what happened there, I wasn't paying attention that much. Belinda does all of her AoE damage, or a majority of it, right into Brutus, who has the immunity shield. So essentially, he just kind of stays there when he can't take any damage. So she was essentially just putting all of her ult and everything into him to do absolutely no damage, which there's the immunity shield. This might be close again, which she got him with a sliver of life left. All right, so that brings us to 17-17. And back to an easy comp, so back to our normal setup with the teams. And Akira just actually stacked everyone right in the back. Ogi did when he threw Hendrik. We just, instead of front stacking the enemies on the enemy side, they stacked on our side, which is just as easy for her to completely destroy the team. Hendrik pushes him back, all stacked up. Look at that. Savius goes to, I'd probably say, about 30% health from her first attack. And that was just 13 seconds. She burned everybody down. Belinda seems to be a hero that's been relatively easy to get. I've gotten a lot of copies on all of my accounts. I know Lilith gives you the free copy when you first start, but I think 3 of my 4 faction accounts have her mythic. So it's been kind of interesting, the builds that they've been throwing. And she does have a lot of utility when it comes to Riz, when it comes to bosses, when it comes to a bunch of different things. She has a ton of utility, just like Lucius does. Rowan, Belinda, a lot of the Lightbearers have just phenomenal utility even outside of the campaign. Which, even looking at, let's say, the Riz battle with this team, they're putting up 30 to 40, or probably 38 to 40 million with the current setup that I have, because I'm not using heroes from other factions where the rest of the teams are not doing anywhere near, I mean, honestly, not even anywhere near close to the damage that the Lightbearer team is doing. Which, again, she's getting 5 kills almost every single battle. But when you look by design, the 2 tanks, all they have to do is hold the line and just wait for her to DPS the targets. Rosaline occasionally will get a kill, but that's really not what we're going for here. We're going for her, all 5 kills. Every kill she gets 200 energy, so not only is she getting energy from Rosaline, energy she's regenerating, is the kills are giving her energy. So just so much synergy with the team. And hopefully Hendrik gets a little better. At Legendary Plus, I haven't unlocked a signature item. I have to wait to Mythic, but I've also considered swapping him for a Skrilda, just because neither of them I really use. And as you can see there, Isabella just absolutely destroyed him right off the get-go. And this is going to be a tough battle as well. Hopefully we can get Golas down, which we do. And look at that. From full life to absolutely nothing on Isabella. All right, so that brings us to 1725, so halfway through chapter 17 already. And again, Hendrik does a little knockback on Golas there. She had everybody up, and Chimera actually silenced Rosaline instead of silencing Belinda. Not sure if there's any reason behind that, but again, 5 kills from Belinda. So if you're looking at a few comps, this is kind of the core 3. A lot of people will swap out Belinda for Falks just because the increased DPS. So as you're fighting more burst teams, it'll be vital to really to swap out the team. And that's why I'm building some of the other light bearers, as well as Thane. Thane's kind of a dodge tank, kind of like Kaz. A lot of people will swap out Hendrik for Thane because he does do a lot of damage. But similar to the case Ostagorvos, he will actually jump out of the front line, so leaving your backline heroes completely wide open to just absolutely get destroyed, which happens most of the time that I've seen. All right, and that pushes it to 17-28. We are starting to fight a lot more tough team comps here. So I'm hoping Lucius on the top can hold Chimera and Brutus, while we can burn down some of the back line, which we got it there. This is going to be close. With the immunity shield, I think this is going to be our defeat. All right, so that'll sum it up for the Light Bearers. We pushed all the way to 17-28, so almost through Chapter 17. Very, very excited with the progression we made today. Some tough choices, which we're going to have to make with some of the teams. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. As always, love the Light Bearers, and thank you for watching.